When you got out of prison 16 months later, you're still working for Israel as a spy. You had gone in thinking you were going to be a double agent, but when you got out, where did you stand? Whose side were you on, or where were you thinking at that point?
Yeah, I went through a time of confusion. Imagine yourself sitting down and drinking coffee with people who you wanted to kill just few months ago. Shaking the hands of people who arrested your father 16 times. Shaking the hands that you think they are hands with lots of blood, the blood of your people. And you love your people, and you know their sufferings. You know the tears of your mother, and you know how much she suffered because your dad was away. How hard for your soul, for everything, to sit down and shake hands with them. But now, you want to think logically, and you want to judge things, and it's just like the morals, the exact same morals that your dad taught you, now you want to implement them in your life. Why you're sitting even with your enemy? Because what your enemy is saying makes sense. In fact, not what my enemy is saying, so this looks like they brainwashed me. What my enemy was doing, it made more sense to me than what my closest people and family were doing. So during that time, I was really confused, and I had a conflict between my morals and between the reality that I'm living. And it was a very hard decision to keep into that relationship, but I became more curious to understand our problems. Why are we suffering? Why? Every day.
Yes.
There has to be different answers than just blaming Israel and America for everything. Maybe we are the reason. And so during that time, I kept into a relationship to learn more. Then it became friendship. It became a real friendship with people. The exact people that I wanted to kill became my friends. Now, that was kind of crazy thing, even to think about it. And I had two options: to just ignore this reality and say, I saw the truth. My enemy can be my friend, and maybe my best friend is my enemy. And if this is the reality of us as human beings, I want to turn my back and go hide somewhere, and I don't want to see any human being. No friend, no enemy. But I had to fight. And this is where Jesus Christ came into my life.
We're going to come back to that one in just a moment. I want to start with that one. I want to ask you one final question this session right here. You mentioned your mother, and of course your family. As a pastor, I'm thinking, I wonder how your mother took all this. Her husband's in prison. Her son, her eldest son, is in prison. How's your mother handling? How'd she handle all that as a mother with children? Was she radically involved with the Hamas movement, or is she just a good mama at home taking care of the family?
She's a great mother, and she's a warrior woman. In fact, what she has, when I say warrior, that she had the responsibility of 9 children, and while her husband was gone most of the time, and she was loyal to him, she was loyal to us, working, trying her best to feed us, to teach us, to do everything possible to make us the way that I am today. And I'm very grateful for her. And what really breaks my heart, that I was very big disappointment in her life, maybe the biggest and the worst challenge for her life, to see her son, that I shared with her all the pain. And while my father was gone, I shared the responsibility of taking care of my brothers and sisters. So to see just and think, did he forget all this? And what's the reason? Because now they're accusing me in the Middle East that I did everything for money, or I was brainwashed. Maybe some people, maybe I lost my mind, and this is why I'm saying this against Islam. So my mother says, no matter what the reason was, if it's money, if they even did anything to him, he wouldn't forget the pain of our family. he grew up witnessing all our sufferings on a daily basis, the persecution of the occupation, the persecution even of our people, and the loneliness of my mother during all those years, to come down and tell her, you know, mother, thank you very much, and here's my gift. I'm going to make you look ridiculous in front of all your friends. I'm going to show you that all your efforts that you did, you know, trying to help us, were for nothing. And this is this feeling of disappointing your parents. It's not an easy thing, but I believe that one day they will understand, because to me it's more than money and fame and anything like that. For me, this is the beginning of a process of changing the entire world. This is our world, it's our responsibility, and we are going to change it.
Amen.
With the power of love.